Well, we've just been on the Indian River tour with Eric and it was really cool and we can definitely recommend it. There's a really nice bar at the top and Eric made me this whilst we were sat at the bar and that is just the most incredible detail in it. Just think it's awesome. I think we're going to leave today. There's not a lot of wind from Thursday night onwards, actually no wind at all. So I think what we're going to do is leave today for Guadeloupe, which is about 6 to 7 hours away, and then maybe move on to Antigua, which might be a motor sail, and then there really is no wind at all over the weekend until probably Tuesday or Wednesday next week. So that's the plan. This is nice, isn't it? Nice calm sailing. Just about sailing anyway.
It's nice.
Are you the preventer?
I am.
So we're just leaving Dominica.
I would have loved to have stayed longer.
We have probably done the bare minimum, but we spent money on a buoy, we went on a tour, you know, we bought fruit and vegetables, there isn't much fruit around, and we spent some money in the bars and restaurants, and we will tell everyone we meet to come here because it's an amazing place, and it's just about recovering from the hurricane. So yeah, they need a lot of help still.
We are becalmed now. The trades have stopped blowing completely. We think if we get out of the lee of Martinique, Guadeloupe, that we're just passing now, we might get some wind, but we're probably going to stop at the north end of the island today and then get an early start in the morning to go to either Antigua or St Kitts, most likely Antigua I think. As far as I understand it, there's good cheap fuel there, and we're going to need it because there's no wind for the next 10 days. And the other thing is we've heard that there is an enormous storm system forming off the northeastern seaboard of the States, which is going to drive a 5 to 6 metre swell south, which will start to affect places like the Virgin Islands, maybe as far south as Barbuda and Antigua. So we're aware of the fact we don't want to be caught out on the north shores of any islands. Antigua's quite good for that because it has English Harbour and Falmouth Harbour, which both have good anchorages on the south coast, which would be protected. But yeah, we're just motoring. Everyone's out motoring today. It's really nice, but it's hot. It's like 35 degrees.
So this is Guadeloupe, this is Dazay. Nice anchorage. A lot of it is mooring balls, but there is still quite a lot of room. We decided to come for a walk today, so the boat is here. And then we're going to go all the way up to the top of here, wind our way back down, and then this beach is supposed to be a really nice beach. Okie dokie?
Yeah, I need some exercise.
Yeah. Alex walking back along to the Dede, and we've come across lots of mango type looking fruits on the ground from here. So we're going to pick them up and see if they ripen. It's looking like...
That one's almost ripe.
Okay, cool. How many did we get? Yeah! So we are off to Antigua this morning. We're probably going to anchor in Falmouth Harbour tonight. Not sure where we're going to go tomorrow because we have to go into a marina for a night or two to replace the bolts that hold the forestay on again, which we did in Mindelo before we crossed the Atlantic. Because they're galvanised and not stainless, they've corroded quite badly, so they should be done now. Got some okay wind at the moment, it's about 15 knots, but it's going to be dropping throughout the day. So it's about 8 hours to get there. That's Montserrat over there. Looks like it's snow-capped, but it's clouds. Watching you struggle on a lean with the fridge on that tack is not easy, is it? Oh, fishing line's just gone off.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Oh, fish on, John.
Edible. Oh, you snapped the fucking line.
Oh no!
The lure came off. I saw it fall separately, so he's free.
But no lure, no fish.
No fish for us. So the lure, he flipped off, it snapped the thing, and then the lure flew that way. So
that is quite gutting.
As I say, at least he got the tree unharmed.
Approaching Antigua, and what we've found once again is that the island is completely different to the others. Like Guadeloupe was different to Dominica, like Dominica was different to, say, St. Lucia. Antigua seems quite dry and a little bit like the Canary Islands from here anyway.
So these are the ones I put on it in Mindelo, and they're galvanised, not stainless. I have these to put in instead, which are 316 stainless. But the difficulty is getting this off whilst we're at anchor. These two bolts are fixed, seized in. I can't get them undone. So,
what's happening, Ben?
I think the anchor chain was hooked up on a rock, and then it unhooked, and suddenly we were really close to this guy, and then we've had to pull in some chain, and that's now dislodged the anchor because it's a rocky bottom.
But it's mid
I've got
job.
all the forestays taken apart, the furlers off. There's no forestay holding the mast up, just the two halyards down to the deck, and then I was trying to get off the nose cone that holds the anchor roller.
It's a good job it kind of happened before you took that off.
Yeah, it would be much more difficult to pull up the anchor, but we're going to have to, I think, reset somewhere else. Because if we drag any further, we're going to...
And it was supposed to be fairly benign today as well.
It was.
It's actually blowing 20 knots.
Yeah, I think this is probably the height of it. It'll be annoying, then we'll go and move and then it'll be fine again, but typical.
So the mast is just balanced there pretty much. And this choppy swell is not helping matters. So we've just reset anchor over here, and this is on the western side as you come into Falmouth Harbour. And it's a much better holding, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like it's a weed-covered sand mud bottom, but it just it didn't drag at all. Whereas there, it's definitely like
It felt rocky, didn't it?
rocky, stony coral or something. I said I was only 80% happy when it went in, but that and turning round in the night, I suppose I'm glad it happened in daylight.
And there's a beach there we can swim at, so that's nice.
Second time at it. Raises the question when it's big, too big. So he's sort of got round, he's nose into the wind now, so I reckon he should be alright. It's just so massive, it's not even that windy, it's like got 10 knots maybe. So it looks like he's going to reverse all the way back down into the super yacht marina at the back there. Man, that's surprising.
So we're just getting some fuel this morning in English Harbour, and we had to wait for like 2 other boats to come in and we missed our slot. So Ben's just gone to the office to try and get the VAT off, duty-free fuel, whilst I wait here. I'm going to take on probably 200 litres, I think. Hello.
Hello.
We haven't done much filming lately, have we?
Not really, no.
We've been a bit slack actually, so thought we should film something. And we're here in English Harbour, Nelson Stockyard.
Yeah.
Just filled up with fuel over there, and we thought, whilst we wait for our YouTube video to upload, we'd treat ourselves to some lunch. And it's still only got 14%. That's been going for about an hour.
We're enjoying being in Nelson's Lair.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we walked out across the wall there and up onto the fort on the hill up there. And it's really quite, it's all a national park. It's really quite pretty. We've just anchored here for the day in the anchorage in English Harbour, but the holding is really poor and it's really busy. I wouldn't want to sort of go to sleep.
No.
The way the anchor's
We're only here for a few hours. We're leaving at about 3 or 4 to sail to Saint Martin.
Yep, Saint Martin, and we should arrive there at about 11 o'clock in the morning tomorrow.
So we've just left Antigua, or leaving Antigua, and we've got the twin head sails up for the first time since crossing the Atlantic. We put them back up the other day. Ben's just having to re-thread the lines because we did them wrong the other day. And because we're now in the Windward Islands, it's a bit more downwind sailing. And then if it comes on the beam a bit more, then we just put one across to the other, either side, and use them as we would a normal Janela.
This side of Antigua as we leave is super shallow. It's really, really shallow. I've just seen just over 10 metres on the depth. It does say look out for shoal patches because it's not all charted properly, but you think all the way out here it would be deeper.
Lives in the bar, they don't know her name. Down, down below, we're all the same. Love, love ourselves, we don't know how to do ourselves. When we fall straight down the my mother won't be. My mother won't be. Oh no, no. Oh no, no.
Good morning. It's 7:30 and we're just approaching St Martin now. It's taken us about 16 hours. It's been fine, good sail, lots of ships about, but no problems. Wind's been consistent. We had the twin head sails out most of the night, which was nice because it steadied us, and the wind was coming from about 120 really, so. And yeah, we're just approaching now. We're going to head for Grand Bay, but they sort of call it Group Bay, I think.
Yeah, I think I can see big mounds of water coming in, so I think there's enough of a southeasterly swell. But that's why there's no boats at the end. There's like one on a buoy there. But otherwise the anchor is empty, so we're going to turn around and go to Simpson Bay.
Yeah, I reckon let's go and look there.
Alright, spin it around.
That's crazy.
That's incredible. And that thing's got 4 sprinters.
A yacht within a yacht. There's not much room and there's a lot of wrecks. So the options are to go through the bridge into the lagoon inside.
I don't even know what all the timings are.
No, we'd have to call them. I think it's VHF 12. And then maybe go in there, but or go around to the French side. And it doesn't look too rolly over there.
It's not, doesn't look any different to here, and there's a lot more space. And no buoys, because that's what I'm going to get. If I drop in there, I'm going to get caught up in those buoys. That's those buoys.
Let's try over there then. How are your pancakes?
Really good.
We've decided Simpson Bay was not looking great really, and We thought if we went through into the lagoon, there's some really shallow patches and it looked really busy, and we just couldn't be asked really. So we're coming around to the French side of the island, hoping there's a bit more shelter from the swell, and we'll probably go to, what's it called? Marigot Bay. Is that a massive wave? It's gone now. There's, yeah, some huge waves. There must be a big bank there. It's like a tsunami.
There are some shoals, yeah. Okay.
Change course. The colour of this water is lovely.
Massive swell on a really shallow sandbank.
That was huge, a bit further down. Watch that wave. Looks very, very shallow, and it's not supposed to be. Maybe it's just sand, actually. It's just sand, isn't it?
It's just oxygen in the water, I think, from the big waves breaking over there, and the current sweeping is not good. It's got 19 metres.
Oh, God. From over there, it looks like it's all like 3 metres deep. Weird. Such a crazy line in the water. Colour difference.
There's a lot of water moving around.
Just coming here to have a look, but it's really shallow. Got like a metre below the keel, actually just less than, so. Just trying to get away from the swell though. A few people anchored out there. Oh, it's gone up. What? It's 3 metres under the keel now.
No,
Can't be right. That says 2.9.
Yeah, plus this one. Although it might be a deep hole underneath us. This one tells you what the depth is ahead of you.
Yeah.
It's much calmer in here.
Looks quite nice, the shore. There seems to be a market on the front.
lives in the bar, they don't know her name. Down love us out. We don't